It's time now for Focus. In the 19th century, Chemnitz in southwest Saxony was a boom town at the heart of Germany's Industrial Revolution. But in recent days, it's been churning out something very different, and that's violent street protests over Angela Merkel's open-door migrant policy. A hodgepodge of far-right groups have faced off with counter-demonstrators following the fatal stabbing of a 35-year-old German man, allegedly by two migrants. Our bureau in Berlin has sent this next report.
This is Chemnitz, 10 days after the stabbing. Flowers and candles cover the crime scene. Passers-by stop to remember Daniel, a young German man of Cuban origin. He died in a dispute with asylum seekers. Calm has returned to the city, but talk to the people and you'll see there's little peace of mind.
It's about hatred against foreigners and how they behave here.
When I come to Chemnitz, I'm scared like never before. This used to be a city without fights and rapes, and all this is because of this new immigration.
It's as if the anger was always just under the surface, waiting to explode. At City Hall, people still struggle to understand it all, and how the extreme right managed to mobilize thousands in this little town in Saxony.
What really shocked me was their ability to use this murder to gather so many people under the far-right banner. So many people ready to take to the streets.
But is it really so surprising? At the entrance to City Hall, we find the spokesman of the anti-immigrant group called Pro-Chemnitz, which organized the demonstrations.
Young people, they're all going to West Germany. It's only the elders who stay here. And grandma and grandpa are having a hard time dealing with families of 10 from Syria who are moving in upstairs.
His group has been active in the streets and on the internet since 2015, and the migrant crisis, it's been easy work, he says.
This murder is really the straw that broke the camel's back. The people in the city were already fed up, and that's why so many of them came out and joined the demonstration.
In the middle of our interview, a retired man interrupts us to share his anger.
They don't even work. You know, I'm 67 and I've worked on construction sites for 45 years. Now the foreigners hang around on the streets and do nothing. Why don't they work?
It's feelings of insecurity and the loss of social standing that helped the extreme right prosper in the former East Germany. Here, the anti-immigrant party Alternative for Germany got 27% in the last legislative elections, double its national score. Tino Schneegas says the migrant crisis was a major boost.
The migrant crisis was the catalyst. Here people feel that traditional parties have abandoned them and that no one is asking them for their opinion. The crisis opened up a lot of old wounds. Now, once again in Germany, there's a great divide between left and right, east and west.
And yet, while there are more foreigners in Chemnitz, there are only 20,000 out of 250,000 inhabitants. The recent events have created bitterness. Mammon fled the war in Iraq to find refuge in Germany. Last week, police were standing guard outside the restaurant.
I never thought I'd live through such a thing. I've been here 4 years. I've seen good and bad things, but nothing as serious as the demonstrations. It was really serious.
There is a tense atmosphere here. Everyone goes straight home after the meal.
Foreigners are afraid because of the Nazis. If you come across them in the street and you're alone, there's nothing you can do. We're scared now. For days, we haven't dared go out. People don't understand that it's just one person who did something bad, and that not all foreigners are like that.
There are more demonstrations planned for Friday against Germany's migration policy. It looks like the tension isn't going away anytime soon.
Well, that Focus report on the unrest in Chemnitz can be seen once again in full on our website.